Does anyone here remember the year Santa almost missed Australia? Grab a beer and a chair and sit anywhere, and we'll do our best to regale ya. It had been a pretty perfect night as Santa, his team, and his crew proceeded on their Christmas flight, bringing gifts to me and you. They'd almost finished the trip, almost, when half of the reindeer fell violently ill. They were forced to set down on Queensland's coast, where Steve Irwin's family runs Australia Zoo still. It was clear the sleighway was out of the question, so Santa and crew hatched a desperate plan. They grabbed the zoo's main attraction, mid-digestion, and convinced him that he was the man. Curtis Koala, the star of the show, was cuddly, cute, and amazingly slow, but he could do something no other could do. He could zoom through the air on his didgeridoo. Was it magic or was it skill? Santa didn't care either way. He knew Curtis fit the bill to take the sack and save the day. Curtis thoughtfully agreed, with a bag of toys in tow, climbed aboard his bamboo steed, pursed his lips, and gave a blow. Into the air he magically rose. Santa's chief elf was also assigned. Off the two flew to bring gifts to those who otherwise would have been left behind. It seemed way too much for one so small, but Curtis wasn't alone in this task. Australia's other famous marsupial chipped in, and Santa did not have to ask. At the edge of almost every town, the kangaroo army stood by. They'd fill their pouches when Curtis touched down, and then he'd buzz his lips and he'd fly. In no time flat they'd emptied the sack of presents for every bloke or Sheila. From Sydney to Perth to the scorching outback, they blanketed Australia. Curtis Koala, the star of the show, was cuddly, cute, and amazingly slow, but he could do something no other could do. He could zoom through the air on his didgeridoo. Soon they returned to the Australia Zoo, where Santa was anxiously waiting. Kurt went straight to his tree and proceeded to chew. It had been a success, no debating. The elves gave a cheer, the reindeer nodded thanks, and Santa heaped praise on young Curtis. You older folk might have this tale in your memory banks, but the young folk may never have heard it. It's all true, every word, we should never forget, just as Santa said as he flew away. Curtis, my friend, it's the best Yuletide yet. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good day. Curtis Koala, the star of the show, was cuddly, cute, and amazingly slow, but he could do something no other could do. He could zoom through the air on his didgeridoo.